72 hours. That's how long the average person lasts out in the wild before the cold, the thirst, or their own panic finishes the job. And it almost never starts the way you'd think. No disaster, no dramatic rescue gone wrong, just a normal afternoon hike. These skills decide whether you're still breathing by tomorrow. Let's find out if you have them. First instinct, pick a direction and walk. You tell yourself you'll find a road. The forest is beautiful, the steps fly by, and an hour later you stop, and nothing looks familiar. Every tree looks like the last tree, and that cold drop in your stomach, that's how people actually get lost. Not in one big mistake, but by only ever looking forward. Here's the trick that would have saved you. Every few minutes, stop and turn around. The trail behind you looks completely different in reverse, and that view is your way home. You memorize it as you go. The sun helps too. It rises in the east, sets in the west, so it points you a direction all day long. So you start looking back, you start using the sky, and slowly you stop being lost. But now the light is going, and you're not warm. Beat the dark. The temperature is dropping faster than you expected, and here's the part nobody tells you. Out here, the cold can kill you in a few hours, long before hunger, long before thirst. So you don't wait. You build before you're tired and before it's dark. You find flat ground, away from dead branches hanging overhead, out of the low dip where cold air pools. Then you build a lean-to. One long branch wedged between two supports, more branches leaned against it, and then you pile on debris, leaves, ferns, bark, until it's thick. And just before you crawl in, you remember the thing that saves your life tonight. The cold ground steals more heat from you than the cold air ever will. You build a bed, a thick mattress of dry leaves between you and the dirt. And you keep the whole shelter small, just big enough for your body, so it traps your own heat like a cocoon. But you wake up with a dry throat and a problem you can't ignore, the water that lies. By now your mouth is dry and your head is starting to ache, and you'd trade anything for a single clean drink. So you think it through. Water moves downhill, so you head for the low ground, the gullies, the base of the slope. You follow the green, that bright stripe of thicker plants, because water is usually hiding underneath it. And there it is, a small stream. You almost drink it right there. Don't, because clear does not mean clean. The water that looks the cleanest can carry the thing that drops you the hardest. So you do the one thing a beginner can always trust. You boil it, a rolling boil, bubbles breaking the whole surface for 1 full minute. That's it. That kills what can hurt you. A filter is nice to own, but boiling is the skill, because tools fail and knowledge doesn't. You drink. You're alive and you're finally hydrated. But there's one tool that everything else out here depends on. You trying to get a fire going, but the wood around you is damp and the flame keeps dying. Fire is your lifeline, so you treat it like one. You build it the only order that works. Tinder, kindling, fuel, small to large, every time. For the spark, you reach for the ferro rod, not matches, because it throws sparks even soaking wet. Thousands of times over. You scrape it once. Sparks rain down onto the tinder, a small glow, a thread of smoke, and then flame. Real, warm, alive flame. You did it. You solved the night. On the third morning, you follow the sun east, you keep looking back, and you walk out the same way you'd memorized walking in, and there it is, the road. You made it. Now think about what actually got you out. You walked in with knowing the only things that ever mattered. You found your way, you beat the cold, you made the water safe, and you made fire. That's bushcraft. Any gear's just a bonus once you own the skills. So before you spend a single dollar, learn these for real. Pick one this week and actually go do it. If this helped you, subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.